Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Sunshine Acres. Jason here.
And Kara.
This is another episode of Flashback Friday. It's one of the few episodes that I can remember where the sun was not shining at Sunshine Acres.
Yeah, it's a little dreary today.
A little dreary.
But warm.
Warm. It's going to get over 70 degrees yet again, so still wearing shorts between Christmas and New Year's. So, this ought to air New Year's Eve. So happy New Year to everybody. Hope everybody
Happy New Year.
had a great 2021 and even better 2022. So we look forward to it. I think future episodes we'll probably start covering the agenda for activities to be done at Sunshine Acres over the next year. So that should be fun. We'll get into that. We'll get into some new projects next year. But for this episode, we're still back in 2019. So as we said in the last video, we've kind of got out of going chronologically, but rather grab some big activities that were happening at the time and wrap those up. So you can see we're sitting here in front of the Cabana bed. So this was the first kind of outdoor furniture thing we built together.
Yeah.
I think. So all this was made with lumber off of this property that we had milled up. We built it in the barn. Pre-constructed it, took it back apart, carried it down here with the tractor. This is a big, obviously, big heavy item, but I don't know, I think it's super cool. We got poplar columns on it, 6x6, and then everything else is pretty much wrapped in oak. So I think the big slabs are red oak, and then
big oak slabs on the bottom, or on the bottom and on the back.
And we had done some other miscellaneous stuff with our milled lumber, but I think this was the first big item that we did that I can remember.
Yep.
So it was kind of fun to start working with that and realizing the obstacles that you have with working with that green lumber. And it's not kiln dried, it's air dried.
A little twisty-turvy in some spots.
Everything was cupped, crooked, not square. You name it. You can see even on some of the big slabs here, they've cupped out or they've twisted a little bit, but that's kind of part of the fun too.
It's a character.
Nice character.
Well, that's really cool.
So I'm probably going to get behind the camera a little bit. I know Kara was really kind of taking care of a lot of these things. We built the Cabana bed together, obviously, but there were other items out here. And I just want to give a shout out to you, baby. All the work you were doing at the time.
Thank you.
No, it was really cool. I travel a lot for work. I'm out of town, and there's no way I could even dream of doing half of this stuff without you. So, you were coming over here at lunchtime from work, coming over after work before you drive back into town. We weren't living out here full time. Just a ton of logistics that you took care of. So, thank you for that, honey.
Well, it was self-serving too, but you're welcome. It was all stuff that we wanted and needed done. And not a ton of that is in this video, but some of it.
This is a good bit. You get over the hot tub and taking care of that and trying to line up contractors and all that. But no, anyway, but just thank you, honey. It's amazing.
Well, thank you.
So I'm going to get behind the camera and take you around and let Miss Kara give you a tour of the items around the pool at Sunshine Acres.
Before we start, we're going to see if our little buddy's still here. Can you see him?
That's our little Cabana buddy.
And there's little snails that like to hide back here. I'm going to get them off. But this was obviously a really cool project for us to do together, and trying to find that bedding wasn't the easiest thing either, because obviously it's not any sort of standard size mattress. little square, but had a lady custom do that. I really wish I could remember her name to give her a shout out, but that was great process to work with her, and it turned out very comfortable, and we slept on that guy a couple times when we were coming out here. This was another project trying to figure out what we wanted to do. For a roof, we didn't want it totally covered, but also, you know, want to keep the water off of it. So we just took that tarp and put a little bit of Velcro on the edges to fold it under. And I think this was cool, getting these little anchors, boat anchors, dock cleats, that's what they're called. Getting these little dock cleats, hang towels, get our little tarp fastened down. So.
Well, even the roof structure itself, I mean, we were planning on doing something a little more sophisticated, but all we did was run a couple 1-bys in this direction and then top it off with some planks underneath there.
So yeah, got some live edge stuff, so it looks pretty cool when you're laying in the bed. And it gets some light through, but it keeps the sun off you. So we will do tour of the rest of the furniture in the hot tub, and at that time it still looked pretty different. There was no fence and there was red clay and the grass hadn't come in all the way around, so it looked kind of rustic, a little unfinished, but at least we were starting to get some chairs to lay in and enjoy the pool. These came later when we were getting our dining set, but the first thing that went there was these guys over here. It's just, give me something to lounge out in the sun. I need something, needs to get here. So we picked those out, and they used to be here because this gets the last bit of sun in the afternoon. So I spent a lot of time laying there. And then later we kind of switched it up when we got all the rest of the furniture. This guy we had at our townhouse and was a bit of an obstacle to get it over here, getting it moved and put in place. We did pour concrete underneath the travertine that was suggested to us, and they put a pipe underground, and trying to find somebody, we couldn't have the same person move it, wire it. Nobody wanted to dig a trench. Nobody wanted to do it at all, basically. I was like, I want my hot tub over here. So we eventually found, I think we did find one person to do it all. The price, we just decided we were never going to speak of it again. Get it done. I think that's what Jason said.
He gave us the price that if they'd be silly, he's like, of course I would do it for this price. One of those.
Yeah, throw it.
Like,
and
we had no
sticks.
choice.
It's like nobody else will do it. So, but that was phone calls, you know, appointments, meet one guy, you take off work, come over at lunch and be like, yeah, I don't want to do that. And multiple times. Or yeah, I'm going to do that, not show up. But in the end, it was done really well.
But even you found an electrician to do all the electrical work because nobody wanted to trench and or hook up. It was one or the other. Well, nobody wanted to trench, basically.
Yeah.
But I'm just counting the number of contractors to get through this area. A concrete guy to pour slab, travertine, somebody to move the hot tub,
Plumbing.
electrician, plumbing. I mean, it was 4 or 5 contractors just to get this item done, and that's why I was giving you a shout out, baby. It's a lot of coordination and work, more than it should have been, for sure.
Do we have sprinklers yet, or was that later?
No.
No. Or like the seed, grass seed, the ones I was moving around, sprinklers.
That would have been probably before this, yeah.
Yeah, so I think when I was coming, that's what reminded me coming over at lunch. I had sprinklers with hoses moving around the yard, but that's a different video. But another lunch activity. We got this sign from our buddies Gary and Naomi for our Sunshine Acres.
Apologize for the ladder being out here, but Christmas decorations are coming down soon. So yeah, Sunshine Acres. Shout out to Gary.
Yeah, that was a really nice gift. Those were some great neighbors. Miss you guys. Yeah, later, that came much later, but a little egg table, use that all the time. And yeah, I guess little pool loungers also came later. Love those, but that was kind of always in the back of my head, is what I was hoping was going to go there when we put the tanning ledge in. So when they finally showed up, that was a happy day. But Jason thought they were hideous when we had them on the patio because they looked humongous. And
It looks like a huge
shoe?
woman's high heel shoe. It was awful.
He's like,
We had both of them sitting on the patio,
behind the
front to
ledge.
back, and I was like, "There's no way. Like, we're sending one of these back for sure."
Yeah, you were thinking we could put maybe one in the corner, but yeah, and I was so excited to get these things, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to return them. Let's try it. So if you ever order a ledge lounger, there's not a lot of people that make these sort of things, but if you ever order one and take it out in the box, put it in the water and try it first before, because they looked really weird, but they turned out to be awesome. Love them. Yeah, I think that is all I have for our outdoor pool surrounding tour. So thank you very much for joining us today.
Hope everybody has a happy new year.
Happy New Year.
If you like this video, please hit the like button, leave a comment, subscribe, tell your friends.
Have a great day.
Have a great day. We'll see you on the next one.